up. Okay, YouTube, Kick, Twitch, Twitter, and Kick is all going. Time to activate the live chat windows. Okay, that's all good. Give me a moment. Give me a moment to check my other computer. Also, let me scroll up here to see the viewer numbers. And looks like everything's good there. Now time for the... Actually, I need to pull up the site for viewing replays. I mismanaged time, so I didn't have one all ready to go. Like normal. You have visible replays. The answer is either yes or no. Don't choose D, all the above. Because I don't know what the option C would be. Here we go, custom maps. I'll just try to make sure we click on the ones that do not require mods. Because if I click on them require mod, it's going to bug out. Ooh, here we go. And drink to keep myself alert. Greetings everyone, and Great here for another Age of Empires 4 replay. Spawn on bottom left side as the pink French, we've got M8 Marine Lord. Spawn on top right side as the Ottomans, we have, or Sign Ottomans, we have L. Louis MT. I still don't know actually that's the proper way to pronounce that. We have a round of stone coming in, going for an early military academy. When it comes to map generation, let me go ahead and expand the mini-map a little bit. I've been doing this a little bit more recently. I thought it's a good idea. Of course, the French can eat Pumbaa, so got deer over here, and the boar and deer right over here as well. Two small gold deposits behind, so he has a safe amount of gold. Of course, this map has a good number of small gold and stone deposits in the middle. No large deposits in this map, looks like. Lone pair down here. Ottoman player has boar and deer next to each other, but Ottoman's of course Islamic, and eating Pumbaa is haram. And it looks like the Ottoman player has two stone deposits behind. Wonder how that will impact. He could probably just simply ignore it. The other gold deposit he spawns on his side of the map is way over here, effectively part of the middle part of the map. So Ottoman got a little bit worse spawn there, I would say overall. Just because of that gold placement. He does not get advanced berries. So yeah, I think the French map generation is simply better. Do now the School of Cavalry now being established. The Ottoman player has enough resources at the moment. Let's see what he goes for. Twin Madaris being put on the field. Gives you 4 fast collecting berry deposits. Very nice. One thing he could do as well, the Ottoman player has some free, or a free spearman, and soon be another free spearman. He could keep those guys on defensive because you know it's the French. The Chamber of Commerce is incredibly rare. Just fast forward a little bit there, since it is of course still the economic phase. Players, did lose a spearman there. Players being their landmarks, nothing too significant. For those who are unfamiliar with my live streams, I tend to fast forward through the Age 1 aspect because there's not much more to talk about. Try to get an idea on what the map generation would be like and go from there. Looks like Pink will get his School Heavy build slightly before the Twin Meta Race. And do have initial Royal Knight being put in field, so no sort of scout play for the professional scouts. Does go ahead and shank the Spearman a little bit. The Spearman does 7 damage, has 80 health. Villagers in Age has 50 health and 6 damage. Of course, far worse attack speed, but that Spearman all by himself, he can easily get shanked. And the French is going for professional scouts. Okay, going for an early Royal Knight in order to apply some pressure. Keep his opponent at bay, allowing him to advance and start... so he can start securing some of the delicious venison in the map. This one's likely not obtainable, but this one is definitely obtainable, and Pink likely did scout it out. Wheelbarrow being researched, of course, got the first Vizier point on almost available. We do have supply queued on up, but it is from the military academy, so 2 spearmen on the map. It says here, Sign killed had destroyed value of 50. Did he find a lone villager wasn't paying close enough attention to already? That must have been the case. Yeah, it looks... Granted, the French do have faster villager production or faster town center work rates. May have missed them killing off a villager there, which would be a nice little pick. My apologies. And of course, in Age of Empires 4, there's no kill counters, which is available from previous versions of this engine, like in Couple Years 2. But I can easily see that's something being removed to save some performance. Kills off a piece of deer there, and is going to try to grab some of this delicious venison. It's going to be taking a long way back home. I think just a moment of opportunity sort of aspect. Of course, it does. The horse can't even trot with that weight. And now the scout's going to try to canter away without the venison. Because got a guy with a sword and a guy with a spear coming after you. And when it comes to a scout versus scout, it actually is pose a credible threat since it does do plus 10 damage versus scouts. Of course, you can use your scouts to counter all your opponent's scouts. And if that happens, then you can pull out scouts to counter your opponent's scouts. If your opponent decides to pull out more scouts to counter your scouts, you can guide for building more scouts to help counter those scouts. And so on and so forth. Another Royal Knight on the field, 2 on the field, 3rd one on the way, 5 scouts on the field. This one will be grabbing one of these pieces of venison. And looks like Pink's now eyeing for the venison here now. Royal Knight and archers advance way forward. Do have the scout over there. Do have the Royal Knight King stab a little bit. And does throw some rounds there for the towns of the watchtower. Not too much damage there. Royal Knights do have good armor. Swahi pushing way forward. Scouts may get picked off here by the Spahi and the Scout. He can activate the Fortitude ability and increase attack speed. I think people should use this ability more often. Granted, I understand we're not trying to use it while in melee combat. But when you are getting hit by ranged units, or by no units, even something as simple as a scout, probably a good idea just to pop it. Good number of Sipahi there. We do have now the range damage being researched by the French. Of course, he does get free melee damage as well. Which does actually help out his horsemen. Now improves the horseman's damage for free up to 10, making so it's a little bit more divisible, taking out villagers. Scout will go down, not big surprise. Royal Knights do get a good charge attack there. Does get a hit. Kill off that scout there. Drops the piece of venison there. I see the Q order in order to try to quickly pick it back on up. Right now the French player has gone for Royal Knight Archers. And now got +1 range armor now being researched. Four Royal Knights here, 4 Sipahi, so not much the Sipahi can do against that. Sipahi do have double damage versus range, so a bit more effective, far more effective than regular horsemen. And their attack speed is still normal though. Archers and Royal Knights now advancing. Quite a large number of Royal Knights afield. Their value on the field, though, is quite equal. And the Autumn player is going for a good number of hardened spearmen. Which I don't know exactly where they're at the moment. There they are. His first Vizier point went to Intolling Hills and then went to Military Campus. Then probably eye for the advanced campuses, advanced academies. Good damage there on the villager. And we take it out. Oh, nope, got distracted there. Takes out the spearman. We'll start set a blaze to the outpost. Royal Knights do get better charge attack there. Takes out those Sipahi. Archers do back on off. Royal Knights charging with forward. Good volleys there onto the spearmen. They set a step away, but he's going to go on in. He can engage the Sipahi if it's Royal Knights. Can't really gauge the spearmen all too much. They set a step there. Cyan and Pink are really punching into each other. So then Archer starts going down. Right now, Cyan just needs a general A move forward with a little bit of micro move for the Sipahi. And there is an exit that direction. Charge attack there. Does get a decent amount of damage there. Sipahi and Spearman still pursuing though. Local Doggo gets in the fray. These guys who fall back, we got all of these forces trying to fall back, so quite wounded they are. And we've got the Sipahi now pushing, rotating back on in, trying to get some hits there on these villagers. Royal Knights and Archers trying to intercept, which he does. He does have +1 melee damage and range armor versus +1 melee damage, range damage, and melee armor. Chivalry now being researched. A number of these Royal Knights need to heal on up. This will pay for itself if they stay alive long enough. Sipahi push way forward once again. Fortitude ability was used in the last conflict. Mid Imperial Armory now being pulled in the field. This, of course, will give him free siege weapons. One that's in range of the blacksmith. Don't think so. Oh, probably should reduce the minimap size. My apologies. Pumbaa does go down there. Yeah, I don't see the aura effect there. Likely this will be out of range. There's no blacksmith there, so we'll be in range of a blacksmith. Or gold mining, stone mining technology. Bit of health regen there on those Royal Knights. Head Imperial Army is almost complete. Villagers do go down there. Spearmen now advancing. Archers try to step away, getting some good damage. Oh, got Janissaries point of field. He uses Janissary companies. I don't like that Vizier, but he does bring it in. Archers, of course, will do bonus damage versus light gunpowder units, but Janissaries do great bonus damage versus these Royal Knights, so I have a feeling it's going to be a heavy Janissary game, and likely not too many Armoteers, but probably going to be eyeing for more Archers. If the opponent goes for more Janissaries, you'll probably mix in a lot of supply to go along with them.
Düşmana mukabil hazırım. Azime giderim. Yol kat eylerim. Hedefleri tespit eylerim. Sen suguna arzu eylerler. İcra eylerim.
Upper Royal Knights tree over here. Got some spearmen and Janissaries to set. French player has enough gold to age up, needs a bit more food. Kind of going for more archers.
Aleylerim. Düşmanları buldum.
Asakir, dakik olun. Asakir, benim ile gelin. Peşim sıra gelin.
Sign does, of course, fall back. And we do have the first 3 Mangonel point of view to help engage those archers. Archers over here. I wonder if probably got to go to the Guild Hall, though the Royal Institute does give access to a decent amount of early upgrades. It could be very nice for the Master Royal Knights in the field. He is going for the Guild Hall. Spahi, Spearmen, and Janissaries push forward. Right now there's 20 Janissaries, nearly 20, soon to be 21 Spahi, and soon to be 26 Spearmen. Village to back off of Pumbaa, which actually, there's Pumbaa. Oh, I'm clicking on it. It does have half its food remaining, so still a good amount of food there. Got the Veteran Royal Knight, Veteran Archer, and the Canted Saddles. Signs starting to fall back there. Monastery being savage, trying to grab some relics. Cyan has not gotten any E-moms in the field, so likely there's no moss on the field. He has 2 Vizier points remaining. Likely Advanced Academy would be a mandatory pick. It generally is. Let me go for anything the rest. A lot of good stuff there. Veteran Archer is almost complete. And those villagers may or may not go down. He's currently trying to clip this deer carcass there. I'm not sure where the drop-off location or how they got there. Royal Knights pushing their way forward and a little bit on the way backwards. Cyan rotating the force around. Pink backing on off through that little gap there. Spahi moving around, does get hit by this outpost. Spahi backing on off archers pursuing. Of course, Spahi will counter the archers. Some Royal Knights being rotated on in. My apologies. Royal Knights pushing against those Spahi. And now forward. You have now these villagers, of course, clicking up the last that large wood deposit. Cyan has still a good force here. Chances do find a volley there. Maganel trying to push way forward. Chances, of course, going to be very useful against these Royal Knights. Archers, of course, we could counter them. Right now, if Pink had answer to these Spahi, Pink will have a pretty decent defense, but right now there's a lot of massive arm as well. Countering now, of course, Garrison. Magnell's advancing. 0 point was something. It was for the early bombard, so it looks like Cyan's going to try to close out the game sooner rather than later. So early great bombard now deployed on the field. Monk does get taken out there, so no relic for Pink there. Pink's claimed 1 relic and has picked up another. That farm is now on fire. And now full destroyed. Got stoned to death. Spy is starting to go on down there. Pink has so far killed off 8 workers, Science killed off 0. And now do you have the town center, the capital, under fire by the early Great Bombard. Early Great Bombard does offer plus 400 versus buildings at a slow attack speed. Maganel straight forward. Gets a good volley there. The capital is almost set ablaze. The capital has been set ablaze. Pink does not have any other town centers on the field at the moment. But does have enough stone for another. So the capital is not necessarily horrible. Do now have a keeping establishment here as well. Providing cost reduction to these nearby structures. Of course, for another structure, we need to take out the guild hall and the school cavalry as well as this capital. Capital has been destroyed. Magnell's pushing the way forward. Bombard hits a house, and a relic picked up somewhere. Cyan's picked up 2 relics. Pink has picked up 1 and has claimed 2. The monastery is right there. A distractionary roll. Oh, that's not distractionary. Oh, what? What? It got killed after it died and became neutral. It was in the neutral part of the death. And now there's a bunch of neutral veteran Royal Knights with... They do have also Chivalry. Oh. I think I can explain. Do you remember how it seemed like in previous patches, whenever Archer attacked the location unit and there's in like a castle or keep, kept on shooting that same carcass, and it kept on firing a lot of arrows. It just was wasteful. I think this they fixed that. Upon death becomes a neutral entity. So the monk, who was a neutral entity at the time, finished the conversion, and thus allowing neutral get the conversion of those Royal Knights. So that's my hypothesis of what happened there. And mini-map. We do not see the knights on the mini-map as a white dot or anything like that sort. So apparently neutral is transparent on the mini-map, if that makes any sense. So that actually could be just transparent as a color, if that makes any poor sense there. Or neutral is actually transparent rather than white. I don't know. Just theories at the moment.
Hazır olun bekler.
So yeah, this is going to be interesting. I wonder, can these guys take damage from the players, whereas if they do attack order or a attack ground order? In Company Heroes 1 and 2, you can give the attack order can be used to destroy static weapons. This is built upon the same engine. So in theory, if you use the attack order, which is also known as attack move, it will likely be able to manually target it. Let's see. I currently have sign selected. Anyway, I can cast it myself. No, I don't think I can try casting as an observer. Dude, now the red palace not being started from the field. The pink palace is going on up. Signs upload up some basic walls there. I don't know why. That was, he's trying to engage the red palace. Gansel's like, yeah, I'm gonna run away from that. That thing will murderate you. And that is all not traversable ground there. So, there is still cliffside there. Engagement, mass magno volley there. Only some damage from Genesis. It could have been far worse for Cyan. And now the red palace not pulled in the field. We'll get some bolts. And the Istanbul Observatory not being established. Got a keep here as well. The Spearman Genesis need to rotate around. Good archer core by the French. Good hits there. Good damage there. Archer's firing away. And these guys now falling back. Took a bit of fire there. And you can attack order. Yep, you can. So despicable neutrals can be shot at. Like any other despicable neutral in real life. In order to fix this bug, I would say add a required action to the ability, requiring it to be in a state of not neutral. And that may try to cancel out the effect by saying, don't be neutral to cast the ability and interrupt the ability. That'd be my hazardous guess of how to fix it. You now have the mining camp going on down there. Relics obtained by Pink. Sign only claimed 2. The gate course goes on down there because it has 50 range armor, while the Red Palace does have 62 damage currently. So 60 base damage bolts, so they will do 10 damage per bolt, and a very good attack speed of 1.5 each. We also have the spyglass being researched by Cyan as a pretty cheap upgrade for your scouts. Archers firing away, does get a bit of fire there on the Spahi. Spearmen getting some good hits there on these Royal Knights. They need to fall back, get some chivalry healing. Very chivalrous of them, running away to live for another day. Probably not living for another day. It's Age of Empires 4. They won't live another 5 minutes. Spy does get a good flank there, gets a good damage. For now, no elite Royal Knight just yet. He has gotten, of course, Age 4, going for more range damage. And right now, the French army is eyeing for a very small number of spearmen and a massive number of elite archers. Silk bowstring, incendiary archer bows, arrows probably likely. Ghostie's already got it. Enlistment incentives. We do have now Janissary guns. The French player will still need anti-Spahi. Spearmen probably be a good choice. Horsemen will be okay choice. It'll be somewhat equal, a bit inferior. Now early bombards. Now a great bombard. Red Paws get some good damage there. Maybe we should call the early great bombard the fine bombard. Sorry. That was stupid. We do not have the Janissary Spirit forward. Of course, got a good amount of archers here. Silk bowstrings almost complete, getting them a very good range to help deal with Janissaries. Now they're a bit more of a proper hard counter to the Janissaries. They, of course, now have a range of 6.5. Great bombard sieging down the town center. Royal Knights advancing, spearmen engaging. Janissaries fire away. Left side over here. Looks like Spahi still haven't picked on off, plus the Arbalest in placement here is doing some good work. Cyan has a massive number of Mangonels, likely from all of them hid Imperial Armory. Siege works and increased axles being researched by Cyan. Not Cyan, Pink. Siege works by Cyan, increasing the health of all siege weapons by 20%. Good direct hit there on the Mangonel. Great bombard hits the cannon. Doing 100 damage per shot. It gets 85% of range, so it does 15 damage per hit. Villagers repairing up the French cannon. Janissaries do take a bit of damage here. Archers firing away. Of course, the incendiary arrows, they do have pretty good damage there, able to punch through the armor of Spahi and any horsemen quite nicely. Ooh, got the Janissary repair there. You know, I rarely ever see that ability, but there's too many archers to really be a good idea. Mangonel's going to have a bit of trouble ranging them. Right now they have 8 range versus 6.5, so they do outrange the archers, but the problem is it's not a whole lot of extra range and gives plenty of time, with a lot of air time for Pink to dodge those shots. Spahi push way forward, we'll take out some villagers, but thanks to the Arbalest replacement, able to defend these villagers okay. How's the guild hall doing? We have 2,300 food and delicious food inside of it. And the Frenchman is now eyeing for chemistry, which is the upgrade for his siege weapons. Improving the bonus chance for gunpowder siege weapons by 25%.
J'ai bonne maîtrise de ce cas.
Excuse me a moment while I was opening up my drink. Gotta keep here. Looks like Pink's gonna try to make a play for this gold deposit. How's this? Yep, still got a good number of despicable neutrals. Wait. Could Cyan grab a relic and try converting them? I don't see why not. Does the Wolo conversion does it affect specifically enemies or not allies? If it's not allies, then it should be able to convert the neutrals. If it's specific for enemies, then it may not convert the neutrals. That part I'm not sure. All depends as coded in how the engine sort of works in the in a couple Heroes 2. There are, of course, 3 states? There's friendly. Oh, 4 states when it comes to sort of thing. You got self, allied, enemy, and neutral. If it's set to enemy units in area, it will likely which is likely the case, it probably won't be able to affect the neutrals. Because in this game, there's a lot of things that are neutral, such as trees and buildings and all that sort. Some of those neutrals do go down there. Got a lot of lancers here. Cyan's going to try to close out the game. The bombards are advancing. Good number of elite knights or lancers on the field. Elite armor tech is on the way for Pink, going for some elite spearman research, as well as the veteran horsemans. Of course, Capital does have its own Orbital placement. Get some decent defense here. Knights or lancers, elite lancers, setting fire to the field. Archers now advancing because they have bombard on the flank. The Great Bombard has taken severe damage there. Janissary does get finished off there. Great Bombard can get hit by some Spearmans and the Magna as well. Cyan's losing decent amount of siege weapons. Pink has a far higher destroyed value. He's been going for trash archers, which have been an excellent counter unit this entire game. Because he's went for a heavy amount of Janissaries and Spearmen. Of course, Spearmen are effectively gone, or entirely gone now. Janissaries still exist. Spahi were recently can be soft countered in Age 4. And now the Knights or Lancers are simply not in large enough numbers. Janissaries push forward. Keep does go down there. Pink has a 2,000 or 20,000 destroyed value advantage, which is actually very significant. So Pink is in a good position. Bar the fact that Pink's also done defense, but feels like Pink has a pretty good handle of the game. And has a pretty good stockpile of wood and gold, with some food and a massive stockpile of stone. Does have Tithe Barn. Guild Hall recently withdrawn, and that was probably close to 3,000 food. And which we got a good number of Spearmen Archers queued on top of that, so it looks like French players just going to eye for trash and play that way. There's not too much gold left on the map as well. Of course, got this gold deposit here, which has it's been only slightly molested. This gold deposit has been largely obtained. Up north, Cyan's also claimed this one. Cyan looks like he's overall doing a better job with gold collection. However, he's been also having more stuff dying. Pink does have more villagers because it's the French advantage. Pink's keep will be interrupted. Keep does go down there. Archers Firing away, got these Lancers and Spahi. Still looking whittled down. Lancers falling back, got the Despicable Neutral still there. So it retains the upgrades, but of course does not follow your opponent's upgrade after the conversion. And if it's anything like, we'll probably not receive any future upgrades if the person probably converts them as well from your own side. Cyan is now going for the Elite Bowstring, has gotten, yep, the Advanced Academies as I predicted. Archers and siege weapons falling in the back. Over here we've got these Lancers and each of these Archers. Of course, I'm like more rain, been getting a lot of scattered thunder showers for the past month. Bombard getting bracketed by the cannons. Horde Architects being researched by Cyan, or not Cyan, Pink. On the left side, you have a good amount of forces over here. Couple through here, but good number of Spahi and Lancers. Janissaries also here to support. Both sides going to be taking a bit of a beating. Cyan is actually out of food now, has a good reserve of Q going on up. Pink also has a good reserve of Spearman Q on up with some archers. And Pink is actually low in gold as well, so the guild hall may need to be recast to gold. Some food. Janissary is firing away. On the left side over here, or right side, Archer's taking some damage there. Do now this keep here, which does have its Arbalest in placement. No boiling oil research. A number of these cannons may be going down now. Good number of those cannons to go down, but Pink still has a higher destroyed value, above 20,000 now. Over here, got the Lancers and Horsemen backing on off. Ottoman player is not pop cap, nor is the French player. The French player is low on food now and going for royal biology, or royal bloodlines. Bit of rounds there on the keep. Palisade wall and gate going on up. Repairing the damages there. Got the keep over here, just taking out some various basic structures. Down south, got this Paul. He engaged some villagers. Do got a keep down here, and a good number of farms being established over here. Things pretty spread out there, but so far it hasn't been too punishing because of that. Pink does have a good number of keeps across the map. There's a bit of gold here. Yellow or pink may need to start eyeing it. Only has 500 to bank, and that's probably all gold or relic income at the moment. Pink's obtained 2 secret sites. Sign has 1. And I got the spy lances before. Janus is getting nailed by those archers. Over here, no villagers in this region. In fact, there's absolutely nothing garrisoned. Not sure where all the villagers went. Pink has less villagers at the moment on the field as well. I'm gonna get out more trash units. Archers gain some damage there. Spearmen pursuing. Oh, on the right side. Oh. Ooh, I don't know what the other siege weapon was, but one great bombard went down there, and another siege weapon, regardless what it is, valuable, goes down as well. Spearmen trying to engage over here. But of course, this force is quite high quality. Got a good round of archers now pushing down over here, and this force does win that fight. Keep over here, took some hits there, probably from the siege weapons there. Probably was double great bombard. These forces backing on off now. Villagers do go down there. We do have this wall segment being cleaned up by the French cannon. More wall segments go on down. And I got the spotlight trying to retaliate. Got some spearmen to intercept, as well as some archers. Looks like some of these villagers do go down. Ink is getting a little bit stretched, a little bit too thin, looks like. So Pink right now has over 30,000 destroy value, a 50% value increase, or 30% less, depending which way you look at it. That is quite massive. Both players have max up population. The French player has good stockpile resources. The German player, not so much. The French player, of course, does not have 30,000 in the bank, so... And there was a good number of villages went down, but probably not 30,000 worth. Archers. Slowly picking off those spearmen. Both players are fully maxed out archers. Sipahi now engages this cannon. Got some more reinforced spearmen. And French player could start eyeing for the quality. He has not all the blacksmith upgrades. A little bit of melee armor could help out versus Sipahi. Extra range armor probably wouldn't be half bad as well. He's going for more melee armor now. Gets out another one of the royal cannons. With this stockpile of resources, he could try a nice transition to, actually, with the amount of archers, horsemen would be good. That looks like more of the despicable neutrals went down. I wonder if they were actually misclicked with an 8 attack move. Because actually, more accurately named as it should be called attack order, since you can mainly target stuff that's not usually targetable. Elite Royal Knights has not been researched. I saw the research briefly popped up there. So can't do a Royal Knight transition. Have to do perhaps a Horseman transition. Has plenty of food and wood for it. And actually out of gold as well. How's the guild halls now tasking the gold? Some of these villagers will be going down. He started to see some more horsemen go in the field, and this Pink has been going for just trash this entire time. The majority part, pretty much all of Pink's gold has been going to those cannons. The Autumn players have brought some more Janissaries, and bombards who strike the keep quite hard.
Silahınız hazır olsun. İleri. Kavgaya hazır olun. Bu bizim için seyri temiz.
Horseman gains some damage from the Sipahi.
Beni takip edin. İleri. Hep beraber taarruz edelim. İleri. Hep beraber. Atım ileri sürecek.
Autumn player doesn't have too much gold either. And the French player is actually getting pretty low on wood. The Summer Crab, let's keep up here. Pink's now trying to gauge the archers. Both sides are actually going for archer horsemen, like cavalry. Of course, Pink has a good number of spearmans. Bombard striking the royal cannons, or just cannon. Great bombards getting hit by those royal cannons and vice versa. Sign is going for a big round of Janissaries. Has still plenty of food and wood in the bank. Gold, of course, scraping the bottom of the barrel. The French player has some gold to work with, though really don't super for man-at-arms production with that ratio. Horsemen trade forward. Good shots there. Archers firing away. Spearmen getting some good hits on the Sipahi. Sipahi are largely down. Got a big round of horsemen, arch, and spearmen being put up by the French player. Autumn players going for more Sipahi, going for more Janissaries, as well as more archers. Janissaries may just be blown up by the military academies at the moment.
Harpler bu halde ikrar edilir.
Horsemen push forward, spearmen advancing. The despicable neutrals are getting knocked around a little bit and cause some blocking issues. Archers now firing each other there. Some Janissaries are being picked on off. Got another meta being played by the autumn player for a force multiplier. There's still some gold on the map here, 1,000 gold, and Pink's picking up that gold there. So Pink is now getting some decent amount of gold income. Autumn player is out of gold. Archers trying to fall back there.
Cümlesi tamam.
We got some horsemen trying to gain some more villagers. Elite Royal Knight research now on the way for the French player. He's made one try to finish out high quality reinforcements. Start queuing up now while the research is completing. He doesn't have enough production queue going because he's not maximum population cap. Horsemen advancing, spearmen advancing as well. Archers find the back line. Looks like it's just generally hitting the Sipahi and that gate up there. Metro now in the region, able to improve the attack speed of these nearby units. Great bombards, putting some rounds into the middle of those archers. Looks like a bit of a stalemate, but looks like French players backing on off. And has a 30,000 destroyed value advantage. Guildhall has 2,600 gold in stockpile. So withdraw and just get a massive queue of Royal Knights. Looks like there is a massive queue of Royal Knights. Oh, and Pink has gone for the traders. May not have the, whatever called, the commerce trade. Get some passive gold. Serpent gunpowder not being researched by the French. I'm not sure why he's going for Serpentine Gunpowder. He's nothing against any melee infantry. There's way too many archers to counter his hand cannoneers. Maybe just want something to help engage the Spahi. We do have some Royal Knights now being pulled in the field, and I think they are fully upgraded. So Canted Saddles, Chivalry, Royal Bloodlines, all that sort. Though he is missing some melee armor. We do have now the Merchant Guild's research, that's what it's called. Chamber of Commerce is, of course, the Age 2 landmark. Got more supply in the build queue, as well as a handful of archers, Janissaries as well, largely from the military academies, I would hazard guess. And right now, the Spahi will be an okay unit. Spearmen will be good, better counter versus the Royal Knights, but of course there's archers in the back line, so Spahi could be just good journalist, heavy cavalry front, or medium cavalry, I should really say. Gotta keep not being satisfied by Cyan. Puts around the cannon there. Great Bombar is going 2-4-4. Don't be chasing the cannon. Pink's army does get cleaned up there, but we do have a massive round of Royal Knights from pulling the field. And Pink could be able to break through with a high quality army. Still, of course, the despicable neutrals here. This may be the last fight here. Janissaries, archers backing on off. Royal Knights able to push on forward. Their sheer quality is breaking through. There's not too many Janissaries in the field. Of course, got a big round of spearmen just providing some extra mass. Archers in the back line help counter out the Janissaries, as well as just get some good damage onto the archers. Now the increased melee armor for the French now being researched. Pink's up front break up here as well. Great Bombars firing away. Science bringing some good reinforcement. Rounds of Pahi there. Being supplied a big round of Royal Knights. So have 38 Royal Knights afield. Spending the last of the gold reserve and food reserve. Autumn player only has food and wood at the moment. And Pink also has all secret sites captured on up, so that is a win condition being developed by Pink. Science able to hold on the front line now. Pink's going to fall back and reinforce. Does take a bit of time to build Elite Royal Knights. It says 35 seconds there, but I'm pretty sure the military academies not get applied. Trying to find a stable. Nope. 22 seconds. Elite Spearman now being reached by the Autumn player. Huh, he hasn't got the Elite Spearman yet. He's going for regular Spearman at the moment. Though Elite Royal Knights will beat the Elite Spearman 1v1 combat. So the Royal Knights are highly population efficient. Royal Knights charging way forward. Now this may be the last conflict. Archers in the back line, able to counter both the Spearman and Genesis, so it doesn't really matter what they attack at this moment in time. Metro here could be a good priority target though, because it is a force multiplier, may able to make everything better. But I think the sheer quality of the Elite Royal Knights is going to allow Pink to break on through. First fire is not too much gold. Just need to focus on food and come down. Pink's able to break on through, does not get any hits there on these Janissaries. We've got some French hand cannoneers pulling a field. Pink's starting to fall back now. Pink's still in a pretty good position there. Cyan is scraping the bottom barrel for gold and wood, as well as stone. Only getting some of that stuff passively through gold income from relics. 6-8% BP captured there. 6-side victory is, of course, being paused with time frame. And Sign does back out in the game. This Android saying, thank you for watching, and on to the next replay. Before I get started on the next replay, I do need to use the restroom. Please give me a moment. My apologies, I am back. Let's go and find another replay. Hidden. Hidden. Not hidden. Buff from previous patch. 15 days. Sometimes that's not accurate. Not hidden. Got some from this patch, so gotta be careful to pick around the modded maps. This one should work. Dry Arabia. Don't know the name of all the maps. Mongols and Knights Templar. Seven. Could probably do both of those. Rus versus Delhi Sultanate. Greetings everyone, and Great here for another Age of Empires 4 replay. Spawn bottom right side as Yellow Delhi Sultanate, we got Beastie. Spawn left side as the Red Rus, got 101. When it comes to map generation, I do see both of the Rus deer deposits spawn forward. This one's a little bit open, but good chance it's going to be professional scouts. Over here, this one's also forward and open as well. You can see the tree deposits are off the side, so it won't providing real natural coverage. Though all of this gold, some of this gold deposits spawn back here as well. Those 3 small gold deposits. The last one spawned over here as well, so they're all pretty easily obtainable. I'd like to expand down over here. Is Pumbaa spawned up here next to stone? But it seems like in pretty open ground. For Yellow, he does have this wood deposit front, so a bit of natural coverage there. Here deposit down here, a bit of stone. And look at this wood deposit. It almost spawned the middle there, so maybe a little bad spot there. Can't really say. This one could be pretty securable though. Eve 2 also have the 3 gold deposits behind here, but the last one is way down here near the large gold deposit. Golden Gate now being researched. Got Dome of the Faith also being researched. Your bargain bin scholars versus occasional trades. Let's see. His also has his large berry deposit right there. The small berry deposit is spawned up here. And we got some red scouts, of course, on the field. And going fourth one, so likely professional scouts as soon as you can. Scouts already getting close by there. Maybe an eye to go towards over here.
Farman. Hami Jomba.
Yep, taking forever to age up. Oh, Yellow's trying to be annoying, trying to kill off the steer there, deny the professional scouts, and he does get 4 of them, but at least he can at least still pick them up. He's just doing small herding there, rather than do a big herd. After all, herding was nerfed in this patch. Kills off another deer, 2 deer remains, one of them is half health. And of course, we'll take a bit of time to get professional scouts up and going. While Red has his almost completed. And all this delicious venison will be obtained pretty quickly now. Yellow's going for the spearman, not even waiting for hardened spearman, just gonna go straight regular spearman on across the map to deny the deer. Yep, looks like more scattered thunder showers for me. It's been like that for the entire month. So you may hear a bit of thunder. Does get some good damage on the hardened spearman. And Yells is tasking some hardened spearmen up here. And taking time to also stab the forest puppers. I should focus on the wounded spearman first. Or does. One more shot and does go down. Scouts now advancing. Couple Rus archers in the field now. Archer advancing, more archers advancing. Put out a good number of spearmen there, so we're going to need to see more Rus archers in the field. Does take out that scout there. Another scout down, not big surprise. Rus has 4 scouts remaining, going for a 3rd archer. Do now some supply he deployed in the field as well. Red is just trying to tame the venison, but he's not getting enough spearmen or archers. It's a good idea for him to get some spearmen because the chance for some gods here is very likely to help counter the archers. We do now have the professional scouts still pretty far away. Yellow's now trying to obtain some sacred sites. Scout here, so it looks like all sacred sites will be captured up relatively shortly. Kaiser is getting hit up by these scholars as well. The scholars could try to take a bit of damage there. Up north do have one of those scouts to go down quite easily. The other one will go down the current rate as well. Scout trying to interrupt the monk. Scholar's trying to fall back. Got these archers now advance way forward. Need some damage there. That is someone that has 5 archers in the field with 2 more in the build queue. Red right now has 6 with 1 more in the build queue with 6 spearmen also in the field. Scholars getting some good healing there on the Ghazi Raiders. Since they have higher health, it's easier to keep them alive away from the Spearmen. Spearmen do 28 damage per stab against Horsemen. Professional scouts not being researched by the Delhi Sultanate player. Up north, we do have... I think another scout went down there. Something got canceled there, I believe. Now I got some early knights now being established. We've got the triple early knight there as well. So it looks like Dred's going to just put in some quality on the map. There's some of his early knights are taking a bit of damage there. Great charge attack there. Away from the archers while added as well as getting the bonus damage. Not too many archers on the field by the Roost player. Knights pursuing. They're quite damaged. A good number of them at least. Does not take out Scholar there. Another royal or regular knight goes down. Early knight. +1 range damage on the way for the Roost player. And +1 range damage on the way for the Delhi Sultanate. +1 range damage on the way for the Delhi Sultanate player. Scholar does take some damage there. Scout falling back, taking some hits there, some of the Ghazi Raiders. Scout goes on. Nope, doesn't go down there. Now goes down. 6 Knight being decaptured by Archer. Down south got Scout there. Knight intercepting. Wait, that early Knight did not get an impalement there. And again, there was no impalements. Both those did not work. Plus, the rain outside of my apartment is a fox wedding, where it's raining during the daytime. You have the scout up here, obtain the last piece of venison, very nice. Early Knights charging way forward. Spearman counter does not get any attacks there. Paw Heap or God's Raiders trying to get some hits there on those archers. Trying to focus on those spearmen, keep his early Knights alive. Only one spearman there. He could probably task it to try to do a spear brace, but decides just to get impaled. Scholar does take some damage there. Archers heading over, or not archers, hunting cabin trying to be established, trying to obtain Pumbaa there. Probably should kill off Pumbaa, then build a hunting cabin. Archers do take a bit of damage there. Knights falling back, take some hits upon retreat. One village does go down. Got 9 villages there, so one needs to be tasked away. 6-side victory available for yellow, giving him a 10-minute cooldown victory timer. Early Knights trying to counter-attack. Right now the Reus player is nowhere near aging on up. And the Deadly Soldier player is aging on up. But the problem is, there's no real time attacks for Deadly Soldier. Unless if they do manage to pull off time attack, it means they've been in the next age for a considerable amount of time. House of Learning will give them access to 6 unique, powerful research. House of Learning is now complete. He probably should get out some crossbowmen. And, well, Lancers and Mana Arms will both be adequate right now. One second side has been decaptured, the central one. This other one, and all of them have been decaptured now. Red is rotating around. We do have the Pockeys being researched first, increasing range of archers and crossbow by 0.5. Pumbaa being obtained there. Scout there, trying to pick up this one. Deer carcass. Nope, never mind. And we got now the high trade house being established right there. That is a pretty much unspoiled forest there. Picking up more of those deer. Night does back on off. How many farms does Red have? Looks like there's no farms at the moment. Still has plenty of venison here to obtain. So Red is doing a good job not to transition to farms just yet. Able to obtain a lot of food from the field. Yeah, Pumbaa there, or a wolf. Yellow is not transitioned to any farms, or I say that, but I see a set of farms there now. In the back line, building up some walls with his archers. We do now have the War Elephant rotating around. No Haldal's research to make him move faster, or whatever it's called, Mouthouts. I always got those two upgrades mixed up. Both are actually units in Age of Empires 3. There are now some man arms being pulled on in by the Deadly Soldier player as well. When I say some, I mean 3. Own Blade is almost complete, which will increase the man arms damage by 3, as well as the Lancer's damage by 3. And looks like we got the 1000 tier 3 bounty for the Rus. Royal Knights or Rus Knights get some good hits there. They're just regular knights at the moment. Royal offense do. Bonus damage versus cavalry with the back spearman. For some drive-by stabbings. Does take out that unit down there. Red's knights backing off. They'll obtain 4 relics out of 5. The last relic is somewhere in the center of the map of all places. So Red could pick up a warrior monk, though Red probably doesn't even have a monastery on the field. These forces heading down south. Oh, double wall there. Does back off away from it. Get some nice impalements there. Got a couple crossbows in the field. Delhi's one player has 5 crossbones, so has 3 man-at-arms. Now going with the Mounthouse for the faster movement. And we got these guys falling back. Good amount of damage to those forces, so a warrior monk could heal them up. Wouldn't be half bad. Well, if it's advancing, does quickly take out that horseman. Nice here, do take out some of these villagers. Right now, Red has 65 villagers, Yellow has 53. Village Fortress has not been queued on up. Probably should get some queues going down south. We have now the Tranquil Vineyard. Well elephants. These are melee elephants are in fact heavy armor, so crossbow will get bonus damage to them. There's good damage there. Does not take out that one. The scholars are mending the flesh of these beasts. Siege engineer is not being researched by Yellow. Archers and crossbow backing off. Maganel trying to get a volley off. The splash hit there. Looks like Red's going to be trying to obtain Pumbaa there, though he's walked away a bit, and Yellow may spot this. Red's now advancing along the flank of horsemen and knights. Try and break through that gate there. Yellow's trying to put out more fires. That fire has extinguished, as it fully burnt down. Scholar getting hit by the warrior monk. High armory now being established by Red, so eyeing to age on up. High trade house, or not high trade house, high armory. This course started. Siege workshop going up around it. My mind's melted right now. Blah. Knights and horsemen rotating around there. And, oh, the hunting cabin has been deployed out there, but he's actually not going for Pumbaa. Yeah, I think I'm just going crazy. Secret sites, all secret sites have been captured up by red. So not only give him a good amount of gold income, of course, get the 10-minute countdown victory in his favor. Main arm's trying to stop him though. Saint's blessing has so far been applied to nobody. Pumbaa does go down there, but that is going to... Wait. Yep, the carcass is there, but the surface area is actually pretty bad. I think he's going to get 2 more villagers there. Yeah, that's a good number of war elephants right there. 3 Magnals support them out as well. Looks like the Roost player could use some spearmen. He's now, of course, age 4. Elite crossbowmen now being researched by the Roost player, as well as elite horsemen. Roost player's backing off. Yellow's just sort of just trolling around for the moment. Yellow's also very far from aging on up. Has higher army value on the field, however. 6 up trying to be captured now. That one has been captured for now. Looks like these guys did get caught on the terrain there. Scholar does stay alive. No longer. Right now, just still regular knights for the Roost player. No elite knights, just one not eyeing for them. Though they are very nice with poleaxe upgrade. Some damage on the knights. We do have another great, or just regular bombards firing away, hitting that outpost. It goes down. Palace Sultan now being deployed on the field. Palace Sultan will, of course, give him access to gunpowder tower elephants. The keep is being destroyed. I thought it was going to be one more shot takes it out. It does go down now. The senior is now being researched by red. Massive volley there. Takes out a good amount of those forces. Yellow does have more villagers at the moment. Red has less. Of course, red has a much larger army, at least in numbers. Red and yellow have similar army values due to the high population efficiency nature of the war elephants. So they're very expensive. Whoa. Oh, he does get them all. Oh, no, that was a power play. Oh, just fall back, fall back. Nothing got converted. I thought a crossbow would have been pushed in there. I was not expecting that, honestly. We do now have the horsemen and knights between 4. Got a good number of archers here. A lot of yellow's armies suddenly would have gone down. Magnals get a hold there. Another wall there to hold off an opponent. Does get kicked off there though. Red does have incendiary arrows. Another round of Wolos. Wow, those how are those relics? He does convert 3 of the Roost Horsemen. I guess he yeah, he can garrison inside of them. I think he did a chain garrison to get them away pretty quickly. But they've gone down. This one guy could try popping out to grab a relic. Capital taking severe damage. Of course, you got the House of Learning here. And let's see. Where's the other landmarks? Got William back here. That's the Hizar Academy. Not Hizar Academy. Palace of Sultan. And the last one is. I'm not so sure. I'm having trouble seeing on the mini map. Last one is the House of Learning. Oh, that's the House of Learning there. Oh, yeah, there's Dome and Faith. That's I'm getting them all mixed up. Just 1 or 2 landmarks remaining. Red's making a bit of progress there. Yellow's losing quite a bit of stuff there, trying to get a mountain of the army to engage. He's actually out of wood, has some food, plenty of gold. He's losing a lot of infrastructure here. Red's queued up from Streltsy for reinforcements, but not too many at the moment. Good Magnol hits there. Gunpowder Elephant go from drive-bys. Up here, villagers are here. Of course, this is the Annihilation Victory target now for Red. It actually has the Sacred Side Victory in his favor as well. Boros Fortitude, Light Boros Fortitude now being researched. Gunpowder Elephant push before there. Villagers charge as well. Looks like there's a final gambit. Again, wow. He has somehow gained those relics away really quickly. I have no idea how he's doing that. I look away for a moment and those relics get teleported away. There's Angrade saying, "Thank you for watching," and on to the next replay. Before we get started on the next replay, I do need the restroom again. Please give me a moment. I'm back. That match was today, Lantern. Please cast the next match. I didn't see it online. Sure. I'm assuming. Let's see. Are we talking about this one here? Frisian Marshes? I could try this one. Problem is, it is a custom map, and I have trouble downloading the custom maps, so let's see how poorly this goes. In the meantime, while this is thinking really poorly, I'm going to check on my other computer. Looks like the stream was bugging out over there. There we go. Let's see, this usually goes poorly. Let's see how well it goes. Don't think it's any progress bar. Now I hit that button. If I were to try to download another replay, it will crash the game. So let's see. Notifications. Nope. Definitely not masteries. Something I remember as well, I think when I was originally playing, I turned off game chat. I wonder what happens if I turn it on. Did I ever change that on, or health bars also? I just set that always on to largeness. Huh. Yeah, just doesn't show. Looks like there's no way to see if they ever on. Yep. Let's see. And it's a problem for me downloading custom maps. I can't hit this button, it'll crash the game and it probably won't download. So give me another moment too. Yeah, I don't know why I always have this trouble. Don't think there's any way for me to download it remotely or anything of that sort. Let's see. Here's if I can pull up the Steam Workshop. There's a Steam Workshop here. Doesn't look like it. I don't get any notification pops up. Let's see. Can I do it like this? Nope. Mods, here we go. Let's see, this one here. Is it going? Is it not going? Yep. I have no idea why I have trouble with custom maps. Really bad trouble with custom maps. Let's see, it wasn't CC, it was like ECC, right? Or EGCMS. EGCMS. Yep, looks like it's not downloading. And if I were to go back... Sorry, this is why I try to avoid the custom maps. Because if I were to click this button again, the game will crash. It's going to crash either way, regardless which replay I select on. Hopefully it can download the background, maybe I can review it after maybe a following matchup, but game is crashed. It doesn't even crash fully. Task manager. Kill. And bring it back up. Yep. Minimize this. Oh, my apologies. I just simply won't be able to do it until it actually downloads for me, which may be doing the background. I have no idea though. Is the right person? Yes, appears to be. 20 minutes. 22 minutes. 23. 25. Keep an eye on that one. Dry Arabia. 21. 26. 56 on Shrunken Lands. Here we go. 47. That's probably the best one. 37. Greetings everyone, and Great here with another Age Empire score replay. Spawn bottom right side as the yellow roost. We got a foreign name, which at first symbol looks like a gong. Spawn top left side as the green Chinese. We got sort of. When it comes to map generation, I see greens, both gold deposits spawn in front of him. This other small one spawned very in front of him, and this one off the side. Of course, this map has a lot of food sources in the center. We've got a mix of deer, berries, and fish deposits. Another side has advanced berries, so they're equally inadequate. Oh, we've got a good stockpile of berries right next to each other. Roos's deer deposit spawned way off in the corner, and green, not necessarily in the corner, but might as well be as well. Large golden stone spawn over here, while the yellow stone deposit more in the center, while the gold deposit, of course, equally as far as the green gold deposit. And so other small gold deposit spawned over here, as well as up here. Oh, I should increase the mini-map size for that. Got a good number of sheeple there. Imperial Academy now being established by the Chinese player. Does get a good number of sheeple there. And there's a golden gate there as well. It seems like the Kremlin's basically fallen out of meta. To be fair, the militia have been heavily nerfed. Now with the militia just having a degrade pretty quickly, makes me wonder if maybe they can get a cost reduction. Not sure how to rebalance on the Kremlin. It is still a free wooden fortress, means you get plus troops and drop off without needing any resources. Still a pretty good defensive landmark. So also probably very useful if you're planning to go for a secondary town center. Village now being employed in the field. The Chinese player is collecting up a decent amount of resources as well as a bit of wood. I'm wondering if he's going to try to go for a secondary town center or Song Dynasty. This player aged a bit slower than his opponent. Scout moving around. And we've got a good number of scout supply with the Roost players. Going to be trying to grab some venison in the middle of the map. They are deposits of 3. Chinese players, professional scouts being researched as well. Slower than the Roost players, but they have them pretty similar times. So we're going to see some scout fights. Maybe a horseman can help out both sides. It's probably a little bit overkill for the Roost player to go for an early night, unless he's fighting against horsemen. Against scouts, well, it'd be perfect line just to go for horsemen. Spearmen would be both good for both sides, either way. Of course, we got 2-3 deer deposits here, ready to hunt. Yellow's now obtained professional scouts. Green's professional scouts been completed as well. These guys are heading towards this deer deposit, the safe deer deposit. It may not be a good idea. Probably should go for a bit more aggressive deer deposits. Green's now going for the survival techniques. Chinese does have some archers. Can't get out Zun's news until it goes to the Song dynasty. Imperial examinations now being researched, improving the Imperial Gold's capacity of the Imperial officials' tax collection. Big round of venison being dropped off by Yellow. Do have some archers here. Archers are honestly a bit more of a soft counter than a harder counter to scouts. Or scouts can't do much in return. Try shanking them. I mean, there's 8 scouts on the field versus 8 archers. We do have a wooden fortress here for the improved wood drop-off. Plus, it does provide some good garrison space. Trying to obtain the deer deposit over here. Looks like Green's going to try to interrupt this deer collection. He's also going for the wheelbarrow, so is Yellow. And Yellow already has +1 wood collection as well. And Green Scout's trying to be annoying. Green has a good number of archers in the field. Grab some venison there. Say have the scout just drop the venison, let the other 2 run away. He's trying to do the formation move to make this guy move a little bit fast in formation. I don't think it's going to be super successful. Does drop the piece of venison there. These guys are going to take some hits there. He's not properly focus firing. Drops a scout there and drops some venison. Multiple scouts going down here as well. Great field control by Green. This player's now down to 5 scouts. He had 8. This player has enough resource to age on up. Going to high trade house. Oh, that's a really bad spot. I guess he really doesn't want to be close to these guys here. But that is a really bad spot. That is going to provide minimal gold income. We'll of course still be able to provide deer. So it'll be a pretty safe deer collection, that's for sure. With this poor placement though, it could honestly be saying you could probably think about the abbey. What's called? Monastery of the Trinity? Trinity Monastery? I actually forget what the other landmark's called. Abbey of the Trinity. Allows you get warrior monks 50% cost reduction, going from 240 down to 120. They're still weaker than horsemen, but they do have the Saint's Blessing and get some pretty good unique upgrades where they get like plus 100% base health. I mean, if I'm incorrect, that becomes like one of the healthiest light cavalries in the game. Plus 100 health from the unique upgrade, plus 25 health from the Boyar's Fortitude, plus was it 40 or 60 health from the standard monk religious unit research, and then of course biology to improve it even further. I think they get like can get up to like 500 max health in Imperial Age. Can't remember though. Both players are now aged on up. Astronomical Clock Tower was completed by the Chinese player. Last of the venisons being obtained now. Chinese player has a good number of archers and actually got the veteran archer research. Veteran archers are pretty rare for the Chinese. Most times you just see Zunch news. We do have a pair of knights on the build queue for the Rus player, but with the amount of archers in the field, it's actually probably better to go for just horsemen. Chinese player bringing some veteran spearmen as well, which makes sense. The Rus are known for horses. Knight does take a bit of damage there. The Lancer pursuing him.
Послушание есть добродетель. Я живу ради служения. Готовы будете.
These guys do take a bit of damage there.
Повинуйтесь честью. Время действий. Выступайте доблестно,
Knights
воины.
and Scout falling back. Got a Lancer here. Warrior Monk does pick up a relic. Of course, the Warrior Monk does have decent mobility. A little bit slower than an Archer. Keyword in the little part. Knights taking a bit of damage there.
Послушание есть.
The regular Knights have right now 4 armor. The Archers have 7 damage at the moment, so they do 3 damage per arrow. I was like, ooh, that Knight's almost down. So is this one. This one's plenty of health.
Долг несть бремя.
And looks like we'll escape on out of there. He's trying to go back in while trying to find a Warrior Monk.
Приготовляйтесь и наказывайте.
Got 2 Scouts, 3 Knights here. It appears to be all the venison on the map has been claimed.
Повинуй.
Up here looks like the Scout does go down there.
Какой наказ есть?
The amount of damage on these forces.
Идти надо на поскору. Таков наказ есть.
That monk dies, and of course, Obi-Wan out of there. Have they not fixed that bug where the Chinese monks just disintegrate? I wonder if that's some sort of Chinese censorship there. Either way, the Knights are falling back, therefore forward. 2 Scouts with them for spotting, of course. Counselor's hand cannoneer fires, firing away. All these guys are wounded. He needs to fall back to a Warrior Monk, get them healed on up. It would be very much worth it. A Warrior Monk does go down there.
Время. Выступайте доблестно, воине. Идти надо на поскору. Таков наказ есть. Сейчас!
Nope. Some of these guys are had a bit more health. This has now less health. Oh boy. Yeah, just... Oh, got a Warlord there. Nice preemptive Warlord. He does go and avoid it. Another Warlord over here. Does prevent the assault there. Try and go back in. He will lose. Not worth, I would say. So many of those guys, all of them in fact, to go down. Like I said, I think it would have been much better fall back to a Warrior Monk, get healed on up. That was a lot of value there just to interrupt the relic, which he will likely still claim. A couple more Lancers do go down there. Crossbowman does go down. Medicine's plus in there, giving him additional armor and damage there. Scouts do go down there. Archers getting some good damage on those spearmen. Does get a nice little brace there.
Честью, двигайся, да ищу противника. Ищу супостата. Двигаюсь опасно.
Yellow's backing on off. We got a good number of lancers here. Good number of crossbows, archers. Yellow over here just has a good same number of knights and a good number of archers. Though now there's more lancers than knights now. And with no spear there, not like the knights can push forward and engage the lancers. Yellow's trying to set us up away, trying to deal with these spearmen, but some of his arrows are going to lancers, not good. Knights push way forward, gets a good damage here, and another lancer goes down there. British players having trouble with the lancers the more. Product in the sun. Chinese players going for the Song Dynasty. More step away. Almost all the spearmen gone down. Of course, the knights will be outnumbered from the lancers. And they quickly get focused down there. Does not focus on the wounded lancer there. Takes up that knight there. Product in the sun. Still not halfway built. We have veteran horsemen now being reached with the Chinese player. I apologize if you hear the thunder in the background. Got another scattered thunder shot here. Wooden fortress here, providing some defense. No upgrades onto it. I always find castle turret actually very, very nice. And I think I did a bit of brief offhand math. Castle turret actually does provide more DPS than spring gold in placement, assuming you have all 8 garrison spots garrisoned. Not to mention it's cheaper as well. Good damage there, because each archer does 6 damage. Got the 6 damage, so it effectively gets +2 damage. I didn't see the attack speed though. Trying to do some offhand math. But if you think about it, 8 times 2, 16 damage. And take out the attack speed, which I think is like half the attack speed of the spring gold. And you can always just go both for the wooden fortress, but it is very nice. You can also always mix it in with the arrow sled as well to get a little bit of extra range as well. I know you can get all the upgrades while at it. Yeah, attack speed is 1.88. Spring gold is twice that. Spring gold does provide 40 damage. Yep, it does. Attack speed is 4.38, so slightly faster than that. The DPS is actually very similar between the two. Of course, spring gold costs a lot more. The castle turret only costs 75 stones. It's actually pretty cheap. Don't knock the castle turret there if you're trying to keep with, it allows your villagers to actually put up a decent fight. Granted, in situations like this, spring gold is actually able to apply some fire support and able to let the villagers be on the outside. You have now a round of horse exploding field, effectively mounted crossbow that does not do bonus damage versus heavy. They're a pretty nice unit to accompany your force. Additionally, unlike the generous crossbow nerf, these guys retain the 12 base damage. So if you ever like the generous nature of the crossbowman, the generous nature of the horse archer can be very nice. They offer similar health. It is affected by Boyar's Fortitude, has higher speed, so accompany knights and or horsemen. Same attack speed, and also costs wood rather than gold. Same base cost of 120 though, which is also pretty nice.
Повинуюся.
Good amount of berries being cleaned up here. Nice to get a bit of damage. Got a number of horsemen being pulled out by the Chinese player. Good number of horse archers in return. And since they have pretty good base damage, they will punch the armor of the horsemen quite nicely. Right now, the veteran horsemen do have 5 armor, so every arrow does 7 damage. We got Nested Beast one field, which does do bonus damage versus range. Not ranged infantry, just range, so it will do bonus damage versus the horse archers. Took a pretty nasty hit there, besides the standard fight. Good amount of damage there.
Ожидаю наказа. Сейчас.
Yep, big round of thunder just went overhead. Good damage on the Lancer. Got triple nested bees. So it's become a bit of a hive of bees. Sorry, this icon sort of threw me for a loop. I don't remember seeing the little icon there before. Yourself by 50%, but that looks like more something that would indicate more armor or range resist. You have maxed out trade bounties now for the Rus. Another horse archer does go down there to a spearman, trying to take out these villagers who try and build that outpost. One's remaining. It does manage to take them out with the spearman there. Cancels it, as well as the mill. Pumbaa shall stay alive, as Kumatada has not been disturbed. Over on the left side here, got villagers collecting up some berries. Veteran crossbowman or veteran canoes being researched. I don't know why I thought veteran crossbowman. So I have thought about an idea how to theorize a design of a secondary Rus faction where they get early crossbowmen as a unique aspect. Doesn't sound too overpowered. After all, there's not many heavy units in Age 2, but of course it gives them a good counter to those said heavy units. An early crossbowman will likely have either 8 or 9 base damage, and of course get about 2 or 3 damage per age up. I forget what the base damage of a elite crossbowman has, like 14 or 15, right? Can't remember actually. Either way, we do have more horse archers being put on the field by the Rus player. When this money camp there as well. Both players have 86 villagers. Both players have lost 7 villagers. So somehow the Song Dynasty, it has not really gotten a good villager advantage. It does have 2 town centers as well. For a time frame, Green just now have enough food to build villagers. Yell's now obtaining Pumbaa there. Does have a wooden fortress for defense, going for a spring golden placement as well. Yell's advanced before, good number of cavalry or horse archers here. The Lancer is taking out all the nested bees. The hive is getting destroyed. Villagers backing on off course. Got a spring golem placement there. Not a fortified outpost upgrade. Villagers taking some severe damage there. Spearmen and Poscar trying to intercept the knights. Not too many of Green's villagers actually went down there. I thought a lot more would go down. Maybe pretty wounded. Horse archers there engaging this handful of villagers, spring golden placement, impaling the horse archers. Oh, look at those horse archers. They need to fall back, get to a warrior monk, heal on up. Tank in your replacement's about to get a triple kill. Now these horse archers will go down. This keep, but the villagers. It would have been worse for Green. Does take lose some of those villagers. The keep is stripping apart all of these wounded horse archers. Yeah, there. But we'll find a couple more villagers to clean on up there. Knights push way forward. They do go through the gate there, a very important gate to help control this land. That's cleared the mythical Golden Gate landmark we've heard about. Never seen in person, that's clearly must be it. Outposts and the mill going down, so we'll this mining camp. And we've got the wooden fortress here. Spring gold upgrade on the way. Got a large number of Zunchnews here. Currently right now is 8 crossbowmen, 13 Zunchnews. Horse archers do have a range of 4.5, same range as Zunchnews. And looks like both those fish deposits still there. 6 site being decaptured now. Green's trying to get some more walls on up. It decides to cancel them for now. They stopped building them. Going for more wall systems over here. Getting some more farms up around the granaries. Could be a good idea to get a town center close by here just for a better drop-off point for the taxes, because I always see those granaries filled with taxes. So I always wonder if it's a good idea for a player to put a town center near it so they can drop off the taxes relatively or reasonably quick. Because I usually see thousands of taxes there. That looks like it's going to be a great gatehouse there. High armory being established now. But look at this. There's nowhere near enough food for the great gatehouse. This is just... Could this be some sort of bluff? Well, he sees it fully built, so it's probably putting himself into question. Nest of bees getting hit there only a little bit right now. Only a couple of Roost Knights engaging. There's a bit of damage from the horse archers. Nest of bees is still firing away. Neither of those Nest of bees actually go down, which I'm really surprised. Yellow lost a significant army there. Green has a higher destroyed value. Got a nice prime location for the Great Gatehouse. Has enough gold, needs a bit more food. About a minute's worth of food. Green's obtained 3 relics, yellow's obtained 2. Got walls on both sides. Agent complete, high armory now deployed in the field, so the Roost player has some discounted siege weapons. There's a good amount of golden stone here, so the Roost player could try to make another play for it. Great Gatehouse will provide some good coverage in this region. As well as the second site there. Bree's not going for a keep here and going to be obtaining some stone. Great Gatehouse is being built. So I think this will be a better area for it. This is more likely going to be the central battlefield. Barbican Sun has milk of the Spring Gold. Why did that Spring Gold look like it came out pretty funny? I think that one came up normal. Great Gatehouse almost complete. You have the final gold collection. 15% more drop off, which is actually very important. Both players now aged on up. Right now the Chinese players not really going for... There's the elite archer upgrade. We're just going to go for heavy and stealthy, so the archers will make good sense. One fortress slowly being torched on down. Of course, has no inherent fire armor. And the horsemen do have 21 torch damage. Chinese players still Song Dynasty has good stockpile villagers. But of course, Roost player did a good job calling them, so he has 148. He does have himself 3 town centers. That's why the Roost player is so far ahead in villager production. That's good damage there. Another keep here. Wooden fortress here. Now the instant pack up and tear down. Bombard straight forward. Good volley there onto those forces. Got a good number of nests of bees. It's really a hive of bee. Trying to siege down the great bomb or the regular bombard. Gets good damage to it. 5 nests of bees remaining. Got a village repairing up some of the others. Goes back down 1. These are clock tower variants, looks like. Does get picked off there. Couple Troll Super Straight 4, Nest of Bees and Archers both be a good counter to them. 3 Axles for the Roost player now, and Pyrotechnics for the Chinese player. So these two are dueling it out. It'll take forever though. This player has a good number of fortified palisade walls, which are the same cost as regular palisade walls, but already inherently pretty cheap. That clock tower Nest of Bees does take some damage there. Oh, that one goes down. Elite armor tax is not being used by a Chinese player. He has a decent amount of food and stockpiled up. Not a whole lot of gold. I'm wondering if he's going to try to... They're obtaining some gold there now. What is going to try to get the Yuan or Ming dynasty? Right now, the Roost player is going for Chelsea Horsemen, which Firelight just get bonus damage, right? So maybe Yuan dynasty wouldn't be half bad. Also improves his movement speed, all of his first dynasty units, such as the Fire Lancer as well as the Palace Guard. Imperial Palace not being deployed in field, so Yuan Dynasty is imminent. You'll probably go for Palace Guard. Fire Lancers sort of made, sort of fade away in the meta nowadays. But I would like to see Fire Lancers right now. I think Fire Lancers would be pretty good. We also have to research Elite Fire Lancer though. But now his, all of his, not his, Dynasty units, all units get plus 50% moon speed. Really nice, just not siege weapons. Horsemen now move incredibly quickly. Last stone being obtained. We do have one Palace Guard in the field. We do have the Elite Palace Guard. Looks like it's going to go for the fast Palace Guard for the new Fire Lancers. Vatican's Sun almost goes down. Does get upgrade the bombard emplacement. Looks like this Walson's about to go on down. The villagers trying to get back into the keep there. Keep is fully garrisoned. Is going to take out a spearman there. Something sort of makes me wonder, maybe they should add another upgrade to the Burning Sun, a Nest of Bees emplacement, like the Great Gatehouse there. To give it a bit more longevity for a landmark there. But maybe that would be a little bit overpowered. Oh well. Keep getting some damage over here. That scout goes down. I also got some forces that went down over here. Single engineer remains, pick off some villagers. Horsemen rotating around. The players still eyeing for Horseman Schultzy. The Horseman be nice. Certain gunpowder could be pretty nice versus all the Palace. Right now I only got one Elite Palace Guard, so nothing really big use of the Yuan Dynasty. You may see some Pagodas in the field if I were to take a better look. Pagodas being salvaged there. Horsemen straightforward. Nice thing about the Yuan Dynasty as well, it does also make these horsemen incredibly quick and fast to help engage these Schultzy. Right now we may need to see some SMPs engage the Schultzy right now. We got a lot of Schultz in the field. It does have 13 gunpowder as well. The Hand Cannoneer does do 38 damage, don't worry with the melee effect. Horsemen can pick up one at a time. There's a lot of Schultzy there. He allows an army of 117,000 versus 9,000. Green has a higher destroyed value, but he's just getting gunned down by all of these Schultzy. It's been a while since last seen a Schultzy blob like this. Of course, the Chinese have very good hand cannoneers with the power tank upgrade. They just don't have cheap Schultzy. And some of these hand cannoneers are being picked off one at a time. That's not good. That's a big waste of resources. Three players going for more bombards. Also going for a warrior monk, probably trying to capture some sacred sites. Chinese players going for some horsemen as well as some more hand cannoneers. He has a bit of a mix of resources. Also building some forearms over here. Got some of this gold over here. So the Chinese players have already run out of gold. This player is cleaning up this gold deposit here. Not too much left is there either. This gold deposit is unspoiled, however. So the Rus player has plenty of gold at the moment. The Chinese player may be able to collect some taxes. 400, 500, yep. One reason why I think you should eye for towns near the granaries so you can drop off those taxes. some good hits there onto these horsemen with the nested bees in placement. These villagers may go down though. Oh, here got the Strelts before, got forward walls in the south here, but the bombards taking out the bombards. Horseman trying to push over here. At this current rate, he needs something a little bit heavier. He is fast slotting quite hard. Since the top fortified palisade walls are equal cost of palisade walls, means they're really, really cost effective. It doesn't need too much there. At this current rate, he will need battering rams or fire lances to get through that quickly. Back to me saying talk about fire lancers. Now I've got a good number of Chinese hand cannoneers, since they had increased range to get the first strike off the Streltsy. He does have certain gunpowder stuff, and plus now Yun Dynasty, they can increase move speed. I forget what Ming Dynasty provides. Is it increased health or attack damage? Either way, both should be pretty good. Also affects Dynasty units. SVs do get a good volley there. Chelsea are effectively just a very good counterpart to the hand cannoneer, since they just are simply cheaper for slight benefits. No downsides to them. Spearmen push way forward. Trying to scrape the bottom of the barrel when it comes to resources. The others aren't too big of a stockpile either. There's also wood in some of the map as well. Gain a bit of damage there. Good amount of siege weapon supply green. Big round of villagers going to go down there. Of course, allows yellow to get more military units in the field. He has a good queue of Streltsy and horsemen. He does not much of a queue at all, and actually not max pop. So the massive queue for this player is a little bit suffer when it comes to his expended resources. Horseman's will be killed off. Green's bombard trying to finish off the yellow's bombards. Just take out one there. Yellow's streaming more horsemen. Streltsy. Green's having trouble with his reinforcements. Yellow pulls back the bombard there. Green's starting to pull back his bombards, which need a bit of repairs as well. Green has wood and gold, needs more food, needs perhaps spearmen and maybe more nested bees. Go for more spearmen there. His siege weapons, however, proving to be quick fought by the horsemen. Spearmen are not available. Another bombard goes down, just leaving one remaining. Yellow has a big round of Streltsy still to forward. Only 2 left in the queue, but he still has 26 horsemen to run across the map. Pushing on with the clock tower, starting to go on down. Damage there. And Cannoneers push forward. There's another outpost there. And Cannoneers push forward. Trying to collect some taxes there. Though the Roost player simply has army, Green does not. Green's trying to go for more hand cannoneers now. All the pagodas, of course, has a relic inside of them, providing X amount of info. SBs doesn't get a volley there. Rock enemy's about to go on down. Chelsea gets a good volley there. Chelsea, more horsemen, of course, still being queued up by the Roost players, but some more bombards and as well some warrior monks. Couple mangonels will add as well. Green's doing a good job of microwave for 10 cannoneers. Not only do they have better range, they also have better mobility than the supposed opponent's Schultzy. So he's able to micro away. But he's simply not able to large enough numbers. Horseman try to flank, but gets surrounded by the horseman. We got our 6 landmarks destroyed, so we got the capital remaining. We got the Imperial Palace here, and the... Oh, Green does back up the game now. Zangrade saying, thank you for watching, and on to next replay. As I mentioned beforehand, this, or maybe not, it's getting a little bit late for me, so that should be my last replay tonight. So everyone, thank you for watching, have a good evening, and get some good rest. Enjoy.